Fortune does not come by chance. It is cultivated. Today, China is home to one of the highest household savings rates in the world and has produced more self-made billionaires than any other country in just a few decades. But this rise in wealth is not merely the result of rapid economic growth. It is deeply rooted in cultural values that go back thousands of years. In Chinese tradition, wealth is not defined by how much money someone has. It is defined by how that money is earned, how it is managed, and how it contributes to family, community, and long-term harmony. Prosperity is viewed as something to be grown with patience, protected with discipline, and used with responsibility. It is not just a financial goal, it is a path to peace of mind and moral fulfillment. This view stands in contrast to the more individualistic approach often seen in the West, where wealth is frequently associated with personal success, risk-taking, and the pursuit of independence. In Chinese culture, wealth is a collective achievement built on stability, balance, and enduring values. It is not about winning, it is about sustaining. It is not about competition, it is about cultivation. In this journey, we will explore how ancient beliefs continue to shape modern financial habits, and why understanding this mindset may change the way you think about wealth forever. In Chinese culture, the path to wealth begins with character. Confucian ethics teach that money is meaningful only when it reflects righteousness and serves a higher purpose. Wealth is not seen as a personal trophy, but as a responsibility, an extension of one's moral duty to family, ancestors, and society. A virtuous person uses their prosperity to care for their parents, invest in their children's education, and contribute to the greater good. Confucius reminds us, the superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what is profitable. In this philosophy, moral integrity must come before profit, because wealth gained without virtue is believed to be unstable and short-lived. Alongside Confucianism stands the influence of Taoist wisdom, which views wealth not as something to be forced, but as something that flows naturally when one is in harmony with life. Taoism teaches the principle of wei wu wei, or doing without forcing, acting in alignment with the natural order rather than pushing against it. Wealth, like water, must be fluid and balanced. Clinging to it too tightly creates disharmony, while allowing it to move with grace invites abundance. In this way, success is not achieved through aggressive pursuit, but through inner peace, adaptability, and alignment with the rhythms of life. Together, Confucian and Taoist beliefs form a powerful foundation. Wealth is cultivated through virtue and sustained through harmony. Frugality has long been seen in Chinese culture as a sign of wisdom and strength. Saving money is not viewed as giving something up, but as a smart, forward-looking choice that protects the family's future. From a young age, people are taught to plan carefully, avoid unnecessary spending, and value every resource. In daily life, this shows up in thoughtful budgeting, comparing prices, and stretching the usefulness of everything they own. This discipline is not about limiting one's life. It is about building stability and earning peace of mind. At the heart of financial decisions is filial piety, the deep belief that caring for one's family is both a duty and an honor. Wealth is built not for oneself alone, but for parents, children, and generations yet to come. Parents invest in their children's education to secure their future, and children support their parents in old age as a sign of gratitude and respect. Wealth becomes a family legacy, passed down not only as money or property, but as values, habits, and shared responsibility. In Chinese society, wealth carries meaning beyond material comfort. It represents integrity, hard work, and honor. A prosperous household brings pride to ancestors and earns respect within the community. Yet despite this cultural importance, there is also a strong belief that wealth should not be flaunted. Quiet prosperity is admired more than loud displays of luxury. True success is demonstrated through generosity, responsibility, and the ability to uplift others, not through showing off. Saving is not just a financial habit in Chinese culture, it is an instinct shaped by generations of experience. Families consistently prioritize the three bigs: housing, education, and healthcare. These are seen as the pillars of stability, and saving for them is viewed as an act of responsibility rather than restraint. Every yuan saved is a step toward security, whether it is funding a child's future or preparing for life's uncertainties. This culture of saving creates financial resilience and ensures that the family is always prepared for major life events. With this focus on security comes a strong aversion to debt. Borrowing is traditionally associated with vulnerability and loss of control. The saying, "You lose sleep when you owe money," reflects the deep cultural belief that true independence comes from living within one's means. Many people prefer to pay in cash and avoid interest-bearing loans, seeing debt not as a tool for opportunity, but as a risk to stability. This conservative approach helps protect families from financial crises and allows wealth to grow steadily over time. Another powerful driver of wealth is the entrepreneurial spirit. Owning a business is often seen as the ultimate path to freedom, enabling individuals to control their destiny and build prosperity for their family. Employment is viewed as a stage of preparation, a way to gain experience, understand the market, and develop connections before stepping into entrepreneurship. This mindset fuels ambition while keeping it grounded in patience and discipline. Relationships are also a vital form of capital. Guanxi, the network of personal connections, serves as an informal system of support, opportunity, and resource sharing. Success is often built through trusted relationships rather than impersonal transactions. Closely tied to this is xin, trust and credibility. A person's word, integrity, and reputation often matter more than any contract. Deals are made based on character, and loyalty is rewarded over time. In addition, many Chinese communities practice openness about money. Discussing income, saving strategies, and investments is not considered impolite. It is seen as practical and beneficial. By sharing financial experiences, people learn from one another, make better decisions, and hold themselves accountable. This transparency turns wealth building into a collective effort where knowledge is shared and progress is measured together. For thousands of years, many Chinese families have believed that wealth is influenced not only by action, but also by energy and intention. Feng shui, the ancient art of arranging spaces to promote harmony, plays a central role in inviting prosperity. The southeastern area of a home or office, often called the wealth corner, is carefully maintained to attract financial growth. Flowing water features, such as fountains or aquariums, are used to symbolize money in motion, continually circulating rather than becoming stagnant. Every placement, color, and object is chosen to support the flow of positive energy, reflecting the belief that a well-aligned environment nourishes abundance. Symbols of fortune are also deeply woven into daily life. The number 8, which sounds like the word for prosperity, is considered one of the luckiest numbers and is often chosen for addresses, phone numbers, and business dates. The color red is believed to attract positive energy and drive away misfortune, which is why it is present in festivals, weddings, and major financial decisions. People decorate their spaces with symbols such as the money frog holding a coin in its mouth, gold ingots representing ancient currency, jade plants, and lucky bamboo, all serving as visual reminders of growth, stability, and the steady accumulation of wealth. One of the most beloved traditions is the giving of red envelopes, known as hongbao. These envelopes, always red to symbolize good fortune, are filled with money and given during celebrations such as Lunar New Year, weddings, and the birth of a child. The act of giving is not just financial, it is a meaningful blessing. The money represents wishes for prosperity, health, and happiness. The envelopes are offered respectfully with both hands, and the recipient accepts them in the same way, acknowledging the shared flow of good fortune. Through this ritual, prosperity is seen not as something to be kept, but as something to be passed on, reinforcing the belief that true wealth grows when it is shared. In modern China, ancient wealth-building values have not disappeared. They have evolved. Real estate remains one of the most important symbols of financial security. Owning property is seen as a foundation for stability, a safeguard against uncertainty, and a tangible asset to pass down through generations. Families often pool resources to buy homes, not only as investments, but as expressions of permanence and legacy. Alongside property, education is treated as the most powerful form of capital. Parents willingly devote significant savings to ensure their children can access the best schools and training. Education is viewed not simply as a path to income, but as the ultimate creator of long-term prosperity, giving the next generation the tools to rise, compete, and lead. As technology transforms daily financial life, traditional frugality has adapted seamlessly into the digital age. Mobile payment platforms like Alipay and WeChat Pay allow people to track spending, access instant deals, and manage money with precision. The culture of seeking value is stronger than ever. Group buying apps, online coupons, and cashback programs turn bargain hunting into a digital lifestyle. Even though the medium has changed, the mindset remains the same. Spend wisely, save diligently, and use every tool available to stretch resources further. Beyond national borders, Chinese businesses and professionals are bringing this fusion of tradition and modernity to the global stage. In international settings, relationships, trust, and long-term cooperation still guide decision-making, echoing the principles of Guanxi and Xin. Yet these traditional values are now paired with global business practices such as corporate governance, innovation, and transparency. The result is a unique approach to wealth building, one that honors cultural identity while embracing modern opportunity. It is a blend of ancient wisdom and global ambition, shaping China's presence in the world economy today. A new generation in China is reshaping the meaning of wealth while still carrying forward the values of the past. Unlike their parents, who prioritized saving above all else, young professionals are seeking a balance between financial security and personal enjoyment. They value experiences such as travel, dining, and lifestyle upgrades, viewing them not as wasteful, but as rewards for their hard work. This shift does not mean abandoning discipline. It reflects a desire to live well in the present while still planning wisely for the future. With economic growth and changing financial systems, attitudes toward credit are also evolving. While older generations often avoided borrowing entirely, many young people see credit as a tool rather than a danger. They use credit cards, online installment options, and digital lending platforms to manage cash flow or seize opportunities. Yet they still carry an awareness of risk. Debt is approached with caution, used strategically rather than impulsively, showing that the underlying value of prudence remains intact. Financial literacy has become a growing priority. Modern investors are no longer satisfied with simply saving in a bank or buying property. They are exploring stock markets, mutual funds, insurance products, and digital investment platforms. The focus has shifted towards strategic diversification and long-term planning. Financial education, once passed informally through family experience, is now actively pursued through apps, online courses, and professional advice. In this new landscape, wealth is not just about accumulation. It is about smart management, informed decisions, and adapting to a constantly changing world. One of the most powerful lessons from Chinese wealth philosophy is the belief that true prosperity takes time. Wealth is not something to be chased, it is something to be cultivated. Instead of seeking fast profits, Chinese wisdom teaches that steady growth, disciplined habits, and long-term planning create the strongest foundation. Just as a tree must be planted and nurtured before it can bear fruit, financial success is built through patience, persistence, and thoughtful decision-making. The idea is simple. Lasting wealth is grown slowly, but it endures. Another key lesson is the importance of community and family in the pursuit of prosperity. Wealth is not treated as a solitary achievement, but as something that should uplift those around you. In many Chinese families, resources are pooled, decisions are made collectively, and success is shared across generations. This creates stability and support systems that protect the family from hardship. Instead of wealth dividing people through competition, it brings them together through cooperation and mutual benefit. At the heart of it all is the principle that wealth must be guided by virtue. Material success is meaningful only when it aligns with moral conduct. Honesty, humility, and responsibility are seen as essential to maintaining prosperity. Wealth gained without integrity is believed to be fleeting, but wealth earned with righteousness brings peace of mind and respect. This philosophy teaches that prosperity is not measured only by what you have, but by the kind of life it allows you to lead, one rooted in purpose, harmony, and goodness. Chinese wisdom reminds us that wealth is far more than a number in a bank account. It is a reflection of discipline, virtue, and balance. Throughout history, Chinese culture has shown that prosperity grows strongest when it is rooted in patience, moral integrity, and responsibility to others. From the Confucian belief that money should serve righteousness, to the Taoist idea that abundance flows naturally through harmony, these principles shape a vision of wealth that goes beyond material gain. We've seen how saving with purpose, spending with awareness, and sharing with generosity can create security that lasts across generations. We've learned that relationships built on trust are as valuable as any financial asset, and that true success means using prosperity to strengthen both family and community. The message is simple but profound. Wealth is not something to be accumulated. It is something to be cultivated. It grows through time, care, and integrity, much like a garden that flourishes under steady attention. As you reflect on your own financial journey, ask yourself, what does prosperity mean to you? Is it about what you own, or about the balance, peace, and purpose it brings? Perhaps, like the wisdom of the East teaches, true wealth lies not in how much you have, but in how deeply you live with gratitude, harmony, and intention. For more details on this topic, check out the corresponding article on our website. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.